I think he is part of the government, and I don't think Tony Robinson is actually for the people. I think he's actually undercover for the government.
Back in the day I thought he was a bit of a bigot, but kind of seems like he's speaking a bit of sense now, you know, so...
Does the name Tommy Robinson mean anything to you?
Yes, it does.
Two things, what your impression of him is and where that's come from.
I don't have much of an impression of him. I don't know a lot about him. I don't think his movement's particularly very nice, and it's mostly just from stuff I've seen in the media, I suppose, which is skewed in its own way. But.
Obviously, he's exposed a few things that government is trying to hide up, and they're going to silence him, put him away in jail and solitary confinement.
Tommy Robinson's got his faults, but he also does it for the good of the country, 100%. I follow him, I do follow him, but like I say, he has his faults, but he does it for the good reasons.
Do you know who Tommy Robinson is?
No idea.
Okay.
I think if he's in prison for like kind of exposing it all, then I guess he should be entitled to just a fair trial, and people should see why he's done what he's done and why he's exposed it. And it's not the case of maybe he should be in jail, you just don't know. So I don't know enough about it, but I need to look into it, but I will certainly look into it now.
Do you know anything about Tommy Robinson?
Yeah, he's a nightmare. I'm sorry, he's radical, he's reckless, he spreads lies on the internet and it's making things so much worse. And now he's getting a bit mainstream, which is kind of worrying. But yeah, I'm not a fan.
How does that make you feel as a citizen of this country to know that that's going on?
Well, it makes me feel worried, makes me feel scared for my loved ones, for my mother, for my sister, you know. Of course, I mean, they're out of the age group in which that's happening, but still, you know, as a female, living alone in this country must be scary.
And I've no time for Stephen Yuxley Lennon, and I couldn't care for it less.
I suspect that he's getting the establishment book thrown at him.
As far as I know, he's just trying to fight for this country, I think.
Yeah, I think that went far too far.
Yeah, he is rather extreme, and I certainly would not agree with his sentiments.
Back in the day I thought he was a bit of a bigot, but kind of seems like he's speaking a bit of sense now, you know, so...
I don't know much about Tommy. I knew he was the National Front for a while. Then he went into Combat 18, somebody said, and that was enough for me. But I don't believe in skinheads, and I'm not really a racist, you know what I mean? But it's immigration, I do have to take a stand on it.
Do you know what's happening with Tommy now?
No, last I heard he was in jail, I think. But I don't know anything other than that.
He basically conspiracy almost theorist against the government, but I'll give you an honest thought on that. I think he is part of the government, and I think he's put in there as a bit of a red herring for everyone to follow, and I don't think Tony Robinson is actually for the people. I think he's actually undercover for the government.
I know he's a political activist. I would recognise a photograph of him. He gets painted in the mainstream media as extremely far right or far right. They're pejoratives nowadays and probably lies.
I think it's rough on the guy, can he's having to suffer for that. He's got, he has to pay the price for something that's wrong.